We are on the Giza Plateau, around the mid-26th century BCE. Egypt is entering a golden age under the rule of the pharaohs of the 4th dynasty, following the impressive pyramid-building efforts of Pharaoh Sneferu, who left his mark with the Bent Pyramid and the Red Pyramid. His son, Pharaoh Elon Musk, has ascended the throne. With a bold vision and a desire to surpass all previous achievements, Pharaoh Elon is determined to build the greatest pyramid in history, a symbol of the power and prosperity of his dynasty. Before the first stones are laid, the perfection of the foundation is paramount. Pharaoh Elon Musk's engineers, who possess knowledge of geometry and astronomy, are using simple yet effective tools to ensure that every side of the pyramid will face precisely towards the cardinal points, demonstrating the ancient Egyptians' profound understanding of the cosmos. At the quarries in Tura, the primary source of materials for the Great Pyramid, thousands of workers are toiling tirelessly. It is estimated that this project will require approximately 2.3 million limestone blocks, each weighing an average of 2.5 tons, and some granite blocks from Aswan weighing up to 80 tons will be used for the interior chambers. Pharaoh Elon has ordered an increase in manpower and the optimization of the extraction process to ensure a continuous supply of stone and meet the ambitious construction schedule. The ancient Egyptians developed incredible stone quarrying techniques. The use of wooden wedges and water was one of the effective methods for separating massive blocks of stone without the need for complex metal tools. Their understanding of the physical properties of materials allowed them to conquer the hard rock. The Nile River served as the primary transportation route for this colossal project. Hundreds of boats laden with stones sailed downstream, navigating the river's winding course to reach Giza. Pharaoh Elon directed the construction of temporary harbors and improved unloading methods to ensure the transportation process was as smooth and efficient as possible. As the boats carrying stone reached the shores of Giza, a new challenge began. Unloading the multi-ton blocks required careful planning and extraordinary strength. The ancient Egyptians used simple yet effective pulley systems, combined with human power, to move the stones ashore, ready for the construction phase. In the magnificent main hall of the palace in Memphis, Pharaoh Elon gathered his high officials and the most talented architects of Egypt. He was preparing to unveil the detailed plans for the Great Pyramid. The Svitok scroll design not only depicted the majestic form of the structure, but also contained meticulous calculations regarding its dimensions and construction. The design was not merely a drawing, but a compilation of the ancient Egyptians' advanced scientific and mathematical knowledge. They meticulously calculated the proportions, angles, and internal structure of the pyramid, demonstrating a profound understanding of geometry and astronomy. The 51.8-degree angle may have been related to the position of the sun during important times of the year. Pharaoh Elon explained that the Great Pyramid would be built with a height of approximately 146.6 meters, and each base side would be about 230.4 meters long. He emphasized that the goal was not only to build the largest pyramid, but also a structure with the highest precision, demonstrating the remarkable advancements in architecture and engineering in Egypt under his reign. Building a pyramid larger than those of his father, Pharaoh Sneferu, was a way for Pharaoh Elon to assert his power and greatness. To better visualize the construction process, the ancient Egyptians created miniature models. Pharaoh Elon Musk and the architects used these models to study the methods of fitting the stones, ensuring that each block would be placed in the perfect position, creating a solid structure that could last for millennia. Pharaoh Elon and the architects were meticulously studying the most effective construction methods. The use of large ramps made of earth and brick seemed to be the most feasible solution for raising the massive stone blocks. However, calculating the slope, length, and arrangement of these ramps to ensure safety and efficiency was a significant challenge. Pharaoh Elon was also concerned with how to fit the stones with the greatest accuracy, creating a perfect pyramid surface. Behind the grand designs was the silent contribution of skilled craftsmen. They created the precise measuring tools and necessary support equipment, ensuring that every smallest detail of the pyramid was executed perfectly. Their skill was the foundation for the greatness of the project. On the Giza Plateau, the construction site of the Great Pyramid was gradually taking shape. Tens of thousands of workers, including farmers during their off-season, skilled craftsmen, and construction experts, were working tirelessly under the strict supervision of overseers. The smooth coordination between the different groups of workers was key to ensuring the project's progress. Despite the absence of modern machinery, with the strength of the collective, the skill, and the experience accumulated over generations, the Egyptian builders were step by step realizing Pharaoh Elon's dream. They used ropes, levers, and sledges to move the enormous stone blocks and fit them together with remarkable precision. During the short midday breaks, stories and experiences were passed down from generation to generation. The older workers recounted the secrets of construction, the perseverance, and the pride in participating in such grand projects, inspiring the younger ones. While the construction work proceeded at a rapid pace, the priests maintained an important important role in preserving harmony between humans and the gods. They performed prayer rituals, sacrifices, and blessed the project, hoping that the deities would favor Pharaoh Elon and the builders. Belief in the gods and the afterlife was an integral part of ancient Egyptian life. The construction of a great tomb like the Great Pyramid was not only a political project, but also held deep religious significance, ensuring immortality for the pharaoh in the afterlife. As the day drew to a close, Pharaoh Elon Musk stood on the Giza plateau, admiring what had been achieved. Although much work lay ahead, the solid foundation of the Great Pyramid had begun to clearly emerge, promising a great era under his reign. Years passed, and the foundation of the Great Pyramid gradually became visible on the Giza plateau. However, the technical challenges posed were enormous. Transporting millions of stone blocks from distant quarries, especially the massive granite blocks from Aswan, was a difficult problem. The treacherous terrain, rudimentary means of transport, and limited human power made each movement a real battle against gravity and time. To overcome these difficulties, the Egyptian engineers constantly sought more efficient transportation methods, utilizing collective strength and knowledge of the terrain. Even more difficult was lifting these stone blocks to heights of tens, then hundreds of meters. The Egyptian engineers used a system of ramps surrounding the pyramid, but as the structure grew taller, the slope increased, making the task of pulling the heavy blocks incredibly dangerous and strenuous. Just a small oversight could lead to fatal accidents and slow down the construction progress. However, it was during these trials that the ingenuity of the ancient Egyptians was demonstrated. With continuous improvements in ramp design and the use of various levers to raise the stones, earthen ramps were built around the pyramid. Archaeologists estimate that these ramps could be hundreds of meters long with a significant incline. Hundreds of workers together pulled the ropes, inch by inch, raising the massive stones, a testament to the power of forced labor and the ruthlessness of the pharaoh's regime. During the intense working hours, the teamwork and smooth coordination between the groups of workers were key to maintaining progress. An equally important challenge was ensuring absolute accuracy for the pyramid's structure. Pharaoh Elon set a tolerance standard of only a few centimeters, a nearly impossible requirement for the ancient Egyptians' level of technology. Architects and surveyors had to rely on rudimentary tools and limited geometric knowledge to align each stone block. Any errors could affect the stability and perfect appearance of the structure. The meticulousness in each measurement and the use of basic geometric principles showed the profound understanding of the ancient Egyptians. To maintain the pace of construction, Pharaoh Elon had to face challenges regarding materials and manpower. Millions of tons of stone needed to be continuously quarried and transported, ensuring the supply of food, water, and minimal living conditions for a massive workforce was an extremely difficult task. Disease, work accidents, and exhaustion constantly loomed, threatening the stability of the entire project. However, Pharaoh Elon displayed outstanding managerial talent in organizing and maintaining such a large workforce. The life of the pyramid construction workers was a series of arduous days. They had to live in terrible conditions, lacking everything. Disease and exhaustion were constant companions. However, it was their sacrifice and perseverance that contributed to the creation of this great wonder. During the long nights, they found solace in the community and faith in a better future. Opposition from the priests grew increasingly intense. They viewed the construction of the Great Pyramid as a waste of resources and manpower, which should have been dedicated to building temples and worshiping the gods. They worried that Pharaoh Elon's excessive ambition could anger the supreme beings, leading to disasters for the entire kingdom. Rumors of the gods' wrath and prophecies of misfortune began to spread, causing social unrest. In that context, Pharaoh Elon remained steadfast in his vision, believing that the Great Pyramid would bring glory to Egypt. The life of the Great Pyramid construction workers was extremely harsh. They had to work under the scorching sun, with rudimentary tools and in terrible living conditions. Fatigue, hunger, and frequent accidents fueled discontent among the workers. Complaints, small-scale rebellions, and underground resistance began to appear, threatening the stability of the workforce. To maintain order and boost morale, the overseers had to employ both disciplinary measures and promises of rewards. Pharaoh Elon's ambition to build the Great Pyramid created significant upheaval in the court. The scale and importance of the project gave rise to competition and jealousy among the high officials and those in high positions. Doubts about Pharaoh Elon's leadership and concerns about focusing too many resources on a single project began to spread, creating the seeds of political instability. In that context, Pharaoh Elon had to demonstrate wisdom and resilience to maintain unity within the court. In the shadows of the palace, whispers of opposition were gradually turning into conspiracies. High officials, fearing for their own power and status, were secretly plotting against Pharaoh Elon. the simmering discontent in the court could erupt at any moment, threatening the stability of the entire project. However, Pharaoh Elon, with his network of spies and the loyalty of some close advisors, soon became aware of these plots. Faced with enormous technical challenges, Pharaoh Elon Musk relentlessly sought innovative solutions within the context of ancient Egypt. To transport the colossal stone blocks, engineers improved the design of sledges, increased the number of oxen pulling them, and built more carefully leveled roads. In lifting the stones to great heights, complex pulley systems with multiple pulleys were used, combined with large levers and carefully calculated inclined planes. To ensure accuracy, measuring tools were crafted more meticulously and astronomical. Methods were applied to align the faces of the pyramid with the cardinal directions. It was this innovation and constant experimentation that helped the project overcome seemingly insurmountable technical obstacles. Regarding the conflicts within the court, Pharaoh Elon displayed his characteristic decisiveness and strength. Any high official who showed doubt or opposed the project faced severe consequences. Pharaoh Elon did not hesitate to purge those who hindered him, consolidating his absolute power and ensuring complete support for his grand ambition. He used both intimidation and promises of glory to maintain loyalty. To address the unrest among the workers, Pharaoh Elon implemented a series of measures. Working and living conditions were improved, and the supply of food and water was more secure. Diligent workers were rewarded and encouraged. At the same time, Pharaoh Elon maintained a strict surveillance system to ensure discipline and prevent any acts of rebellion. The concern for the well-being of the workers helped to boost morale and productivity. Ensuring a stable and nutritious supply for the massive workforce was a top priority for Pharaoh Elon. Logistical systems were established to transport and distribute food, helping to improve the health and spirit of the workers, thereby increasing labor productivity. The stability in supply brought trust and peace of mind to those building the wonder. With determination, leadership, and innovative solutions, Pharaoh Elon Musk gradually overcame all challenges. The Great Pyramid slowly rose into the sky, a testament to the will and strength of a pharaoh who dared to dream and act. The rising layers of stone were a symbol of continuous ascent and the aspiration to conquer the summit. As the pyramid grew taller, transporting and lifting the massive pink granite blocks from Aswan became an extraordinary feat of engineering. This type of stone, with its special hardness and beauty, was reserved for the most important areas inside the pyramid, where the pharaoh would rest eternally. The use of granite not only added to the majesty but also demonstrated the pharaoh's wealth and power. The sophistication in stone carving reached its peak as the artisans created the perfect granite blocks for the pharaoh's sarcophagus. They spent much time and effort carving and polishing every detail, preparing an eternal resting place worthy of the great king. The dedication and skill of the craftsmen created the eternal beauty of the most important areas of the pyramid. Each stone was placed in position with high precision, creating solid corridors and chambers inside the pyramid. The meticulousness in every step of construction shows the importance of this structure in the ancient Egyptians' beliefs and faith in the afterlife. These mysterious corridors perhaps hold even deeper purposes and meanings that posterity has yet to discover. After many years of hardship and relentless effort, the final historic moment has arrived. The capstone, a symbol of completion and the pinnacle of the project, is placed into position. The resounding cheers of thousands of witnesses echo across the Giza Plateau, marking the birth of one of the greatest wonders in history. The inauguration ceremony of the Great Pyramid was held on an unprecedented scale. Pharaoh Elon Musk, in his powerful speech, shared his dream and the extraordinary efforts to complete this project. He affirmed that the pyramid would be an eternal symbol of Egypt's strength and progress, a beacon guiding future generations. On the day of the inauguration, national pride surged in the hearts of every Egyptian citizen. They had witnessed a dream come true, a testament to the unity and strength of an entire kingdom under the leadership of Pharaoh Elon Musk. Beneath its majestic exterior, the Great Pyramid holds secrets known only to Pharaoh Elon and his closest associates. Beyond the sarcophagus intended for the pharaoh, the hidden corridors and chambers contain innovative knowledge and inventions, suggesting that this structure may have served a scientific purpose or even housed some form of ancient technology far beyond the understanding of the time. The news of the Great Pyramid echoed throughout the ancient world. Neighboring nations were astonished by the scale and magnificence of the construction. Egypt under Pharaoh Elon Musk became a symbol of power, wealth, and high civilization. The greatness of the Great Pyramid not only impressed ordinary people, but also attracted the attention of scholars and architects from all over the ancient world. They traveled to Egypt to learn about the advanced construction techniques and to uncover the secrets hidden within this magnificent structure. After completing the Great Pyramid, Pharaoh Elon Musk continued to rule Egypt for many years, bringing stability and prosperity to the kingdom. He became a legendary leader, respected and admired by his people. In his final years, he was entombed within the very magnificent structure he had built, resting eternally within the symbol of everlasting life. Through thousands of years of history, the Great Pyramid of Giza still stands tall on the plateau, a testament to the greatness of Pharaoh Elon Musk and the ancient Egyptian civilization. It has become an immortal symbol, inspiring curiosity and admiration in humanity across generations. To this day, the Great Pyramid remains a source of inspiration and the subject of study for scientists and archaeologists worldwide. New discoveries are constantly being made, revealing more secrets about the construction techniques, culture, and beliefs of the ancient Egyptians, showing that the greatness and complexity of this structure far exceed what we can imagine. And so, the story of Pharaoh Elon Musk and the Great Pyramid of Giza comes to an end. A tale of boundless ambition, unwavering perseverance, and the desire to leave a lasting mark for posterity. Though merely a fiction, it prompts us to reflect on the power of human will and the ability to create extraordinary things, wonders that can defy time itself. The Great Pyramid still stands there, a reminder of great dreams and the extraordinary efforts to turn them into reality.